Hello and welcome back to Keldeo60 Plays. Today, we are restarting a playthrough. If you've been a long-time viewer, you may remember one of my earlier videos from when I technically originally started this channel was Pokemon LeafGreen version. I said I would come back to this game at a later point with this lovely time frame of 6 hours into the game. But I'm like, as much as I would love to continue using that file, there are some things I haven't played it in a year. And, well, yes, or 2 years even, and B, there were recorded sessions between when I stopped and when now, so there are missing things that never got uploaded. So, for this journey, we're going to be redoing the game, and unlike last time, we will not be doing, if I remember correctly, I originally started with a multi-startered. So I did all 3 starters at the same time. I will not be doing that. I will only be doing one, and I'll be going at my own pace. And, you may be wondering, I said I wouldn't follow up an RPG with an RPG. Well, Pokemon's technically shorter, and because of a certain game being released later this year, and holding some key nostalgia, as well as the playthrough this will be joined with, starting next week Wednesday, this game would be a great redo. A redo, as well as the return to a thing that I had yet to go back to and had in the wing for like one of the longest times. And for the most part, one of my favorite games, a game that I own the other copy of. I own Fire Red as well. I haven't beaten either, but Fire Red's further along than LeafGreen. So we'll be seeing more of that side later. 2, we'll be seeing a couple other things. But mainly, especially because of all the games that are coming out later this year. So there's this game that I'm starting. Next week is Dread. Or Wednesday will be Dread. Which, my first GBA game was Zero Mission. So, and yesterday I started redoing the live stream playthrough that I did for Fusion. So this will be and in November, later in November, I am planning on returning to Pokemon as well, either through a stream playthrough where I just get it done, everything I want to do done quickly, or B, another recorded session that would be recorded in one day. I'll be honest, I'll have that recorded in a day. Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, which would be, after LeafGreen and Fire Red, would be my second game. My second foray into the Pokemon series, and Gen 4, unlike the Gen 3, Gen 1, is my first beaten Pokemon game. So, beating this finally would be a milestone, 1, and 2, it builds up a great nostalgic thing. And speaking of nostalgia, a reference in Red that made it back into these remakes is there's a movie on the TV. 4 boys are walking on railroad tracks. I better go too. That is a reference to the movie Stand By Me, which and there we go, messing stuff up again. There's a trainer tips. Signs are useful, aren't they? Yeah, unless you already knew that. Okay, we're gonna change some things. 1, text speed is fast. Shift. And L and R can be used for other items. Other things. Because in this game, there is a help option that brings up any tutorials that you need. It was good in, 03, 04 when this first came out? I wasn't paying attention to the opening movie, I'm sorry. Blue. Oh, that's right, I told you to come and just wait. There are free Pokemon. The Pokemon are held inside these Pokeballs. When I was young, I was a serious trainer. But in my old age, I have only these 3 left. You can have one. Choose. No fair. What about me? Be patient, Blue. You can have one too. Okay. So the free Pokemon are Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and Charmander. Obviously, you know that. If you're a fan of Pokemon, you know the original 3 starters were these 3. Okay. And I thoroughly enjoy all 3, some more than others. In Gen 1, as you said, the Pokemon are structured in how easy your game's gonna be. Bulbasaur is easy early game and somewhat in the late game. However, once you hit about Gym 3, your easy hike up the hill just became a slog due to your typings. Squirtle is the same way, except even late game, there's not really any let up on how Squirtle will handle later on. Charmander is harder early game, better late game. And your decision is based on which one you choose. Now, granted, I'm not proficient in the original G1, but in LeafGreen and Fire Red, there were changes based on on later moves that were added because it's a part of the Gen 3 era that make the game either easier or harder depending on your setup. So Charmander, right around when it evolves into Charmeleon, gets Metal Claw. Metal Claw is a Steel type move, which is super effective on Rock type Pokemon, making, if you level hard easily enough early on, Charmander is actually really good in the early game. Bulbasaur, I love Bulbasaur. After her Misty in Gym 2 is not good whatsoever. And late game, even though Bulbasaur is good on Gym 8 and good on Bruno, then you also have Lorelei, who is technically strictly Ice type. Most Ice types are mixed with either Water or Ice or Psychic in this game, making Venusaur a middle of the road, because Ice is super effective on Grass, Grass is super effective on Water, Psychic is super effective on Poison. Ghost types are all Poison, meaning Grass is ineffective, as well as the Poison typing. And Dragon nulls Grass. Has the advantage over Grass. Same with Water and Fire. I tend to go with Charmander in my more recent times because I'd rather have the harder early game, which will set me up for a easier late game. I don't really give nicknames to Pokemon because to me, it's still a Pokemon, and I love the original Pokemon names. So I just tend not to change it. Now, also, depending on your starter is what Pokemon your rival ends up having in his party at endgame. Oh, for Pete's sake. Always so pushy. You've never had a Pokemon battle before, have you? This was an era where they thought, oh, this is probably gonna be someone's first game, and they forgot to take out tutorials if, hey, is this your first time? Yes or no? Granted, some later games have this feature, and it's great for that. Yes, thank you, Oak. And all speeds at this point are roughly equal. So it is puts you at an advantage. So while I am down 1 defense now, he is... Oh! And there's the game's random crit. Yeah, am I great or what? How disappointing. If you win, you earn prize, money, and grow. But if you lose, you end up paying money. You had no warning this time. I will pay for you. Yes. Ugh. Growl is only good if the enemy does not crit. Okay, so as you set up for the late game. Hey Daisy, I heard you had a battle against Blue. I wish I had seen that. Oh, wait, we have to wait. However, you may remember I talked to the trainer with the sign. This is so that, I believe later in this game, later after you get your Pokemon, she does not spawn here. A Rattata, level 2 Rattata. Another thing to note, if you try hunting down a copy of LeafGreen and Fire Red, this is Gen 3. Gen 3 is not the best when it comes to typings, or it's not the best when it comes to moves and what they are put to when it comes to attack stats. So certain moves may be physical, may be special, with no generic difference between the two. Apparently my Charmander's special attack is the better one. Quiet, meaning I don't think it has a buff. I know, I'll give you a sample. The potion. Yay, thank you. Pokeballs for catching Pokemon. Well, there is an issue with that statement. You cannot get a Pokeball this early in the game. Yet. And if you are newer to the series, say Gen 6 onwards, you do not get EXP for catching Pokemon. Now, you may also be wondering why I chose LeafGreen rather than just doing Let's Go Eevee. I started with LeafGreen, and technically, LeafGreen is will be more of a milestone later than Let's Go. And I've beaten Let's Go. It's easy. It's easy to the point of boring. And I'm gonna say that. It's very easy to the point of boring. But you may notice this lovely small background on the back. This is in fact, my original copy of LeafGreen. I am in fact playing on a Nintendo GameCube through the Game Boy player, playing LeafGreen. So, in my hands is a nice shiny silver GameCube controller. Now, you may be asking which GameCube I'm using if you know what happened during the Prime 2 playthrough. Yeah, I'm using the other one. Because the issue with Prime 2 during the Prime 2 stuff was occurring full force. Meaning I have to fix something else later. Okay. D-pad, move over. Seems to be growing attached to you. You have something for me. Oak's parcel. It's the custom Pokeball. You have a custom Pokeball? Give me it. Oh, you asked me for something. Other than giving us Pokemon. Here's a Pokedex. Go catch 151. Well, in Leaf Green and Fire Red, it's not 151. It's, what was the cap? Like 380? 380? And you can't even catch the rest of the 380 till late game? And you have to beat a late game just to get certain Pokemon at end game of what would have been red, blue, green, yellow. Hate to say it, but you won't be necessary for this. I'll borrow a town map from my sister. And I'll tell her not to give you one. Man, aren't you just a rude bully? But, one thing I was gonna bring up early on was the movie, Stand By Me. I feel Stand By Me here is also just the tone of how Pokemon goes. It's a coming of age story. You're aspiring to be a Pokemon trainer. Pokemon trainers are, once you hit age 10, you are allowed to travel the world. Oh, a level 3 Pidgey. Pidgey I actually like using. Hopefully I don't crit at all. If I need to, I can head back. This is gonna... That's a potion. Pokeball. And yes, the Pokeball really did just slide across the screen. It's a Game Boy Advance, trust me. It wasn't gonna get any... If you thought it was gonna have a lovely thing of animation, no. Okay, back to Pallet Town. And if you're wondering, where in the world is my running shoes for post-Gen 4 people? You don't get running shoes until after the first gym badge in this game. Yes, it's that bad. Remember, in Gen 3, you start it after you do your first area. Gen 4 is you talk to your rival, or the helper and your rival outside of Sandgem, and then you head back to see your mother. I would love to catch a Rattata, but the issue is I have no idea what ability I'll get, and there's only one ability out of a Rattata I want, because it's the useful ability. I'm gonna crit. Or I'm just doing that much. Okay, level 6. Good. Pure stats. Good. Good. But now, you may know, back in my original run, I was doing stuff when it came to I would live stream leveling sessions. I will not be doing that for this. Oh my god. What is with the crit rate today on enemies on me? For the most part, I will not be doing any leveling related things. At least as of this current recording session, which will be the next free part. This part, including the including this part, the next free, because I just won't have time. If you've seen live streams, previous live streams and stuff, you may know what I am referring to when I bring this up. But yeah, I will just not have the time for it. But because of I need to level, we will have a small bit of this last 10 seconds leveling, catching Pokemon. Hope to God we get a Rattata with the ability I want, which I still haven't gone over what it is. If you know Pokemon, Pickup. Because Pickup, especially early on, even if I don't use the Rattata for much of anything, at least nets me useful items. The potential of useful items, especially early on, like potions, Pokeballs, even some of the later items, are good early on. So, even if it is a random chance, I would still like that chance. Every time. Every time. Speaking of which, did I remember that town map? Might have to go all the way back anyways. Okay, and my luck says my Rattata ability is run away. God. Bag. Okay, yeah, I did get it. That's good. I'm not gonna. I have one Rattata for the Pokedex. Here's the second one. If I kill it, I kill it. If I don't, we'll see what the next attack is. If I kill it, I'll try catching this one and see if I got Pickup. If I don't, if I do kill it, I'm not gonna try. Yep. Crit. Yeah, I'm killing it then. What level does Pidgey earn? Gust. Is it 4 or 5? Or is it late, even later at like 7? I hate doing this. This early on. Charmander. But also, unlike my original playthrough, I am in fact doing 30-minute, roughly 30-minute long parts versus the, what was I doing? 15? So there will be more time in the normal parts anyways for small, like, leveling related sections, especially as we head towards our next location. Yep. And I think this is still, what, 1 gen before every 10 or 11 Pokeballs is a Premier Ball? Yep. still the era before the Premier Ball. Actually, I know when the Premier Ball started, and that was that was a mid-gen game, actually. In the like rarity that it occurs. Our last thing for today is up here. You can bypass this tree that normally requires the HM01 cut. For this random item. Yeah. Which is at 1 potion. So I currently have 3 potions. Good. Not gonna save me later. Here is a different save game file that is already saved. And here is the previous game being overwritten. And you may notice, we've been going for 26 minutes. My time says 21. Doors do not count. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Next time, we'll head to the left, do a little more leveling in that area. And then I think we're going to trigger another encounter with our rival, Sir Blue. So, thank you all for watching. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. And I'll see you next time for more Pokemon Leaf Green. This is Kelly060 signing off. Take care. Bye.